You know right, assassin me. Airport and my moja nananum shegu edigu on my
Memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so me the report Bremo of a retired appeals court judge wababe kasa afa Mahama ensem ho na se wo nim de ekoso a Mahama criticism awodema chief justice and the judiciary no retired appeals court judge ayefe no eye justice Isaac Dose ana Dosi mambodi ni amofa ncheme wababontin ababebo Mahama echi na asem a wo kan ene se eni kwan se Mahama kan de wo kan because Ghana we have history na osi se judge Supreme Court judges Mahama eko mo asem se wo mo edi bone krana wo mo a ebehu se wo mo edi bone wo mo a ewo mumu no wo mo besesa na o hwe the national security minister kraka tro mo na wo mo besesa nti na keni kwan se Mahama e kan de okay because anhwe ne ye a ebe ma Ghana kibi ma min kibi no asay ati ase because Mahama say judiciary no edin or say Supreme Court edin ye kan democracy kibi ma min kibi a the Supreme Court no eginemu edimu akotene kese pa. Now the NDC through a rejoinder have responded to this particular statement from a retired appeals court judge ati ase okan wo Class FM. Now yanko read the NDC for enkrata wo mo ediaba on this issue or say dragging Supreme Court in the mud threats to democracy rejoinder. Our attention has been drawn to media publications with the above subject attributed
MELODIES
to
TV
Justice
on
Isaac
YouTube.
Dose, a retired justice of the Court of Appeal, in response to a rather harmless opinion expressed by former President John Dramani Mahama on gradual erosion of citizens' trust in Ghana's judiciary. We wish to state in unambiguous terms that while we recognize Justice Dose's right to free expression, we have fundamental disagreements with him as we find his sentiments not only untenable but also unfounded. Also, first and foremost, the so-called caution to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama not to drag the image of the Supreme Court in the mud, in our view, is completely misplaced. There is sufficient evidence, both scientific and anecdotal, available to prove that citizens' trust in the judiciary, which also includes the Supreme Court, is on a gradual decline. This phenomenon cannot be blamed on anyone else but the judiciary itself. Also, we wish to refer Justice Dose to the findings of the recently published Afrobarometer report by the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD, which revealed that citizens' trust in the judiciary has declined by 21 percentage points from 57% in 2012 to 36% in 2022. The 2020 Mo Ibrahim Governance Index made similar observation. This, in our view, is what should be a source of worry to Justice Dose and people who reason like him, and not the caution from former President Mahama, who is merely re-echoing the general sentiments of Ghanaians about the judiciary. The outburst of the learned justice makes us wonder if he was in Ghana during the 2020 presidential election petition hearings, where the Supreme Court became a subject of mockery as unanimous SC due to its predictability with respect to its decisions. Now, you see, and this is Embra ya brefo eba bonten ebeka nsemfa Mahama ho said the Mahama aka na
MELODIES TV
the
on
same
YouTube.
response I gave ya brefo no, that's the same thing NDC for Edema Judge. NDC for asema omo kan say omo nti ase say judge no ebo Mahama echi because the Mahama kan no two non-governmental organizations CDD and an international organization I no Mo Ibrahim Index for Governance and make it the same observation. Say people are losing trust in the judiciary. Adentina, CDD for your research, I want to can say, Sisiano, Ghana, the trust in the judiciary, a swat over 20%, and Sisia Ababedu 36% peno. Adenti, and a CDD cancer adiano, Judge see, Wamuye kum, once I may be say I abrefo asem na. Say Adenti, and a CDD 4 years as survey no, ya abrefo and babonti and mambe bomwichi. Because indeed it was scientific. It won't to me mambe bomwichi. So why is it that Mahama every echo sa scientific research here and crofo ya mo bo Mahama monwechi. It ya no be na NDC for air kan wahara. Say enye Mahama ne pen na worker based on facts and figures, scientific research. Are two non-governmental organizations be aye and no one result na Mahama worker. Ati ase. Now owe you say is Justice Dose observing how the president continues to pack our courts with partisan judges. Onze maybe we di judge no. I also said this. Because say inti judge no we hu say ye the MPP for egu Supreme Court wana. Ena won kasa ho. Na Mahama monwe ka no ene de mo ba ba bobo ne chinti NDC for bi sa judge no. Say we hu the AC e wo Supreme Court. See the MPP for egu o we hu ana. Or say as an experienced jurist, does he fully appreciate the implications of such acts on justice delivery and for that matter the image of the judiciary and its independence? If so, has he made any comment about it?
Melodies TV
it is
on
not
YouTube.
for nothing that Lord Hewart, the then Lord Chief Justice of England, in his dictum in the case of Rex versus Sussex justices said that justice must not only be done but must also be seen to be done. This statement draws our attention to the fact that public perception about justice delivery matters a lot in justice delivery. And exactly what I've been saying. Akwa say in some way make any na NDC for airtro more responsible. And as some way make one say ejuma bi to say the easy any judges omojuma no mostly no it is based on perception. Inti sa adia no wonye na enkrofo ewo perception bi say oye corrupt krana. It is on you. It lies on you to clear your name so that that perception in the heads of people clears. It's the one the NDC for can. Omo koti case bi judge bi or England no or can say justice no it must not only be done but it must be seen to be done. Not just a perception speaks a lot when it comes to justice delivery. Also, the importance of the judiciary in Ghana's democracy cannot be overemphasized. It is the only institution that citizens turn to for redress of their grievances. It is for this reason that its independence and impartiality is critical to engender citizens' trust and confidence in the institution. However, when the president systematically packs the court with partisan judges, and these judges appear to be doing the bidding of
Melodies
the executive,
TV on YouTube.
as we have seen in recent years, it creates doubts in the minds of the public as regards fairness and impartiality of the judiciary. Such happenings completely undermine the doctrine of separation of powers with its inherent checks and balances. The result is that both citizens and the investor community lose trust in the judiciary and therefore resort to other unorthodox means to process their grievances. This is precisely what the National Security Strategy document observed as a threat to Ghana's security, hence its caution to the judiciary to reform. We wish to place on record that, like all other citizens, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has every right to comment on national issues, including critiquing the decisions of the courts and the eroding trust in our judiciary. Our 1992 Constitution states in Article 1251 that justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject to this Constitution. In the performance of its function, the judiciary is not above criticism. nti yatro ewa Ghana mbremu say judiciary adwuma wo mo ye no they are not above criticism. Ye hu ne say omo di case bi no mu di bone a yenka. So say Mahama nso wo ye Ghana ni enya mo pe na mo ye Ghana for. In fact Mahama nso ye Ghana ni. Nti hu ne say bibi ikoso na enkoso yi a Ghana mra ne kire say judge bi ko di asem na wendi ni ye na ususu say wendi ni automi ka ho asem. Nti adenti na Mahama akwa ende fellow judge obeka say Mahama dragi ana asema Mahama kano, it is a threat to our democracy. Dabi. Asema omo kano no. See, in fact, criticism of state institutions is part and parcel of our democratic practice. We criticize the executive and parliament. So why do people think that the judiciary is above criticism? It is trite practice that judgments of courts of competent jurisdiction are subject to critique. Therefore, citizens reserve the right to do this. It is part of measures to ensure judiciary accountability, as all institutions, including the judiciary, are subject to the Constitution. If the judiciary is uncomfortable with that, then it has to take steps to reform and change growing negative public perception about it. Once me can send you a say, Dientia ena President Akufo-Addo ye hu ne say he is the head of the executive no ye criticize no. Dientia ena legislator ye criticize MPs, Speaker of Parliament ye criticize omo, but about Chief Justice and judiciary pe na empese ye be criticize. That's the same thing the NDC is saying here. Also, we wish to state that the judiciary should take the advice of His Excellency John Mahama seriously and reflect on it each time it is called upon to do its work. The evidence from two different reputable think tanks, which show the gradual decline in citizens' trust in the judiciary, must be of major concern of the Chief Justice. If steps are not taken to address these issues, citizens will not stop expressing their opinions about it. Nti he nipakra watro nkratai a wode aba asiedu enketia ne signature na ewo nkrata no ase. Montre mo adwen ewo comment box ni mo. Meda ase.